Conway's game of life. How four simple rules can bring a dead cells into a beautiful pattern feels like alive. For me, as a Flutter player, I thought, how can I render thousands of grid and update on real time? I began my journey with a grid view builder, but I wanted to scroll on both directions. Therefore, I moved to the two-dimensional scroll view. This is an amazing widget if you like to show grid and scroll on both directions, or maybe wanna have a tree or folder architecture, you can use it. It was working really good, but for me, I had to render many grids. I was having some trouble with this layout. While playing with the two-dimensional scroll view, I understood myself that I don't want to scroll on both directions. I just want to have some zoom effect. So interactive viewer is enough for me. But how can we render thousands of grids efficiently? The lowest canvas API we can get is Custom Painter. If you want to paint by your mind, you can use this Custom Painter. This is a 2D canvas. I would love to see if we could get the 3D perspective like the Matrix 4 or the Transformer widget. And of course, if you are good at math, you can always play with this thing. For a small case and on real time, it is working well. But if I increase the number of grids, it takes too much time to render because everything is happening on a single thread. I thought about splitting the grid data and feed on the N isolate and again merge those stuff. I like to render as much grid as possible. Think about this way. If we are having 200 by 200 grid and each cell must check its 8 neighbors on each update, that's a massive amount of competition. Doing it all in real time slow down the CPU. And now my primary goal has become how fast I can render this item. And my choice is the Fragment shader. Flutter GPU is still on the master branch and for the Windows, unfortunately it doesn't support impeller yet. So this is what I have came up with for the time being. Firstly, I create a simpler 2D and feed that on the fragment shader. While the fragment shader render on the canvas, I capture an image of that fragment shader and feed it again. So it is I am creating a loop so it can feed itself. Why it is fast now? Because I moved all the calculation from CPU to the GPU. There are few improvements we can do in our current state. Currently I am passing the simpler 2D. I think it is possible to pass a bitmap and we can remove our clarity rate from here. Another feature I have done is after creating our custom pattern, we can export to RLE model. I have created another tiny package to export and import the RLE pattern data. So currently I'm just exporting from this app, but you can add the feature to import here. I have few hard-coded RLE pattern here. Instead of here, you can get from the assets and feed here. What I have done so far, I enjoyed it very much. I was trying to test the CPU bound. You can say I was stress testing my CPU. And another thing, play it wisely, don't increase the value too much, else your CPU can hang up and you might need to restart the PC at this point by unplugging. When the canvas is viewed as a society, receiving support from one another can create happiness. Likewise, being surrounded by too many bad situations can be destructive. Life isn't just about what we can be, but what we can do for others.